Have you ever felt lost inside your own mind? Like there's a constant chatter, a never-ending storm of thoughts, doubts, and emotions swirling around you, pulling you in different directions and leaving you exhausted? You wake up with 100 things on your mind, go through the motions, and at the end of the day wonder, who was I today? Did I even know myself? This inner chaos, it's a human experience, but it doesn't have to define us. There's a powerful skill hidden inside each of us, quietly waiting to be awakened. The art of self-reflection. Self-reflection is more than just a moment's pause. It is a deep and courageous act of turning your gaze inward, beyond the surface distractions, beyond the noise of everyday life, to honestly observe your thoughts, your feelings, your motivations. It's the place where awareness meets understanding, where you start to ask the big questions. Why do I feel this way? What beliefs drive my actions? What parts of myself have I been ignoring? Think about a time when you reacted impulsively. Maybe you snapped at someone or made a choice you later regretted. Now imagine if in that moment, instead of reacting, you could pause and ask yourself, what am I really feeling? What is behind this reaction? That pause, that reflection, could be the difference between chaos and clarity, conflict and connection. In today's fast-paced, endlessly distracting world, self-reflection isn't just a luxury, it's essential. Without it, we drift through life like leaves in a storm, carried by every gust of pressure and expectation. Without it, we lose sight of who we are, what we value, and what truly matters to us. Imagine if you could cultivate the habit of self-reflection, daily, gently, patiently. Imagine beginning each day not by reacting to the world's demands, but by grounding yourself in your own inner truth. What would that feel like? How would it change your relationships, your decisions, your sense of peace? Let me share a story. A friend of mine, let's call her Maya, came to me one day exhausted and frustrated. She felt overwhelmed by her job, disconnected from her family, and unsure of her own path. She was caught in a loop of busyness, always doing, rarely being. Through our conversations, Maya began to practice self-reflection, journaling her thoughts, questioning her motivations, and facing truths she'd long avoided. Slowly, she discovered that much of her stress came from living to please others. Her boss's unrealistic demands, her family's expectations, and her own inner critic telling her she was never enough. When she faced these truths, Maya made different choices. She set boundaries at work, spoke honestly with her loved ones, and started saying no to what drained her energy. Over time, she found clarity, strength, and joy she hadn't felt in years. That's the power of self-reflection. It helps you peel away layers of conditioning and fear to find your authentic self beneath. But let's be clear, self-reflection is not always comfortable. It requires courage. It asks you to face parts of yourself you may have hidden away. It challenges you to confront old beliefs, painful memories, and habits that no longer serve you. You may uncover fears that explain why you hold back. You may meet the parts of yourself that feel unworthy or afraid. You may have to wrestle with guilt or regret. But this journey, as difficult as it can be, leads to liberation. How do you start? Begin by simply creating space. This might mean setting aside 5 minutes each morning or evening to sit quietly and check in with yourself. Ask simple questions. What am I feeling? What thoughts keep coming up? What am I resisting or avoiding? Write down your answers without judgment. Notice patterns. Be curious, not critical. Remember, self-reflection is not about achieving perfection or having all the answers. It's about showing up for yourself with kindness and curiosity. It's about honoring your journey, with all its messiness and beauty. You already have within you the power to transform your life. This power begins when you pause, breathe, and ask, who am I right now? What do I truly want? What story am I choosing to live? If you're ready to begin this journey, I invite you to join me. Start small. Start now. Take a moment after this video to reflect. Write down one feeling you're experiencing. Ask yourself a question. Just start. If this message speaks to you, please like this video, Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And don't forget to subscribe for more inspiration and tools to help you live with greater awareness and authenticity. Because the most important journey you will ever take is the one inward. And it begins with a single question. Who am I, truly? Over time, you will deepen your understanding of yourself. You'll start to notice triggers that lead to stress or negative reactions. You'll begin to see the stories you tell yourself, the "I'm not enough," "I have to be perfect," "I'm responsible for everyone else," and question their truth. Self-reflection also teaches patience. It's not a one-time fix, but a lifelong practice. Like tending a garden, it requires consistent care, gentle attention, and sometimes pruning away what no longer grows well. As you practice, you'll find your decisions become clearer and more aligned with your values. You'll respond to challenges with greater calm and confidence. Your relationships will deepen because you bring more presence and authenticity.